The old village of Black Creek was a quaint and seemingly unremarkable place, nestled deep within the sprawling Indiana forests. Its beauty was marred by an eerie legend passed down through generations, the tale of the Whispering Woods. It was said that the woods were haunted by the spirits of those who had vanished without a trace, lured by chilling voices that promised their heart's deepest desire. On the outskirts of Black Creek, in a ramshackle cabin, lived a young woman named Elara. She lived alone, having returned to her childhood home after the passing of her grandmother. With a love for history and folklore, Elara spent her days researching, hoping to unravel the truth behind her village's haunted past. One pitch-black night, as a thick fog rolled in, Elara's curiosity got the better of her. She packed a flashlight, a tape recorder, and her grandmother's old journal, and set out towards the Whispering Woods, driven by an insatiable curiosity. The woods were dense and foreboding, the towering trees swaying ominously in the chilly night breeze. The air was filled with an ominous silence, broken only by the distant call of an owl. As she ventured deeper, Elara heard the whispers. This forest was notorious for soft, seductive voices that came on the wind, promising dreams come true. Elara. Her name floated through the trees, spoken with familiar tenderness, yet she couldn't place its source. It was as if the forest itself were alive. Determined, she pressed on, the whispers growing louder, almost drowning out her own thoughts. She stopped to catch her breath, and it was then she realized the whispers weren't just in her ears, they were in her mind. Elara played back the recordings she made, but devastatingly, they were silent. There was nothing to prove what she had heard. Panic clawed at her, but her resolve to uncover the truth was stronger. She opened her grandmother's journal for guidance. Within its pages, she discovered encrypted messages and peculiar symbols that hinted at an escape route, a path to evade the clutches of the spectral voices. As Elara deciphered the cryptic passages, she noticed a pattern in the whispers, a rhythm that synced with her racing heartbeat. She began to see ghostly figures forming in the fog, their hollow eyes watching her every move. Each figure represented a soul entrapped by the woods, yearning for freedom. It dawned upon her that the woods were a mysterious bridge between worlds. Every whispered promise was a trap, binding the listener into the forest forever. Realizing she had begun the irreversible path of becoming one with these entities, she was desperate for liberation. The path out, though perilous, was lit by the subtle cues within her grandmother's encrypted notes. Hurriedly, she retraced her steps, chanting the escape mantra her grandmother noted, the symbols guiding her path through the shifting shadows. The ghostly figures, sensing her intent, reached out with spectral fingers, trying to drown her in despair. Elara's heart pounded in her chest as she broke through the grip of the luminous fog, the whispers screaming in protest, but ultimately fading into silence as she stumbled onto the forest's edge, breathless and shaken. She had escaped the grips of the Whispering Woods, but the voices still lingered faintly in her mind, a chilling reminder that some are not as fortunate to escape their grip. Returning to her cabin, Elara vowed to protect others from venturing into the sinister embrace of the woods.